How to Live Happily. Introduction. Let me ask you something. Why does happiness seem so hard to hold on to? One moment you feel joy, and the next, stress, uncertainty, or setbacks seem to take it away. No matter how much success you achieve, how much money you make, or how many goals you accomplish, happiness always feels just out of reach, like a fleeting shadow that slips through your fingers. Life is unpredictable, full of challenges that test our patience, resilience, and peace. It's easy to believe that happiness depends on circumstances, that it comes when everything in life finally falls into place. But here's the truth. Happiness isn't something that just happens to you. It's not a lucky break, a final destination, or a reward for a perfect life. Happiness is a choice, a practice, a way of seeing the world. It's not about waiting for better days. It's about learning to create joy, even in the middle of the storm. It's about finding light in the darkest moments, strength in adversity, and peace even when life feels chaotic. Most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. That's the real secret. Happiness is a mindset, not a moment. And the good news? No matter where you are in life, you have the power to shift your perspective, reshape your emotions, and embrace true, lasting happiness. Chapter 1. The Mindset Shift, Happiness. Begins in the mind. Happiness doesn't come from the outside world. It starts within. It is not something you find, buy, or chase. It is a state of mind, a way of seeing life. Imagine two people facing the same situation. One feels overwhelmed and frustrated, while the other remains calm and hopeful. What makes the difference? It's their mindset. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the perspective you adopt shape your entire experience of life. Many people fall into the trap of thinking, I'll be happy when I get a better job, when I have more money, when I find the right partner, when I reach my dreams. But this kind of thinking keeps happiness always out of reach. The truth is, happiness isn't something that exists in the future. It is something you can experience right now, in this very moment. Waiting for a perfect future to be happy means you miss out on the joy that is already available to you. Think of your mind as a garden. If you constantly plant seeds of worry, self-doubt, and negativity, those thoughts will grow and take over. But if you choose to plant seeds of gratitude, self-love, and appreciation, you will cultivate a life filled with happiness. Training your mind to focus on the good, no matter how small, is the first step toward lasting joy. Start by practicing gratitude every day. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. A kind word from a friend, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the ability to breathe and experience life. Shift your focus from what is missing to what is present. When you appreciate what you have, you create space for more happiness to flow into your life. Another powerful mindset shift is learning to detach happiness from external conditions. Life is unpredictable, and if your happiness depends on circumstances beyond your control, you will always feel unstable. Instead, build your happiness from within by finding peace in the present, by accepting yourself as you are, and by choosing to focus on the beauty of life instead of its flaws. The more you nurture a positive and grateful mindset, the more happiness becomes your natural state. It won't mean that you will never face sadness or struggle, but it will mean that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose how you experience life. Happiness isn't a result. It's a choice, a habit, a way of thinking. And it all starts with your mind. Chapter 2. Stop waiting. The power of living in the present. One of the biggest obstacles to happiness is the habit of waiting. Waiting for a better job, waiting for the perfect relationship, waiting for life to improve before allowing yourself to feel joy. So many people live as if happiness is a distant destination, something that will only arrive once everything in their life is perfect. But the truth is, perfection doesn't exist, and life is constantly changing. If you keep postponing happiness, you might never actually experience it. Think about how much time we spend waiting for the right moment. We tell ourselves, "I'll be happy when I lose weight. I'll be happy when I earn more money. I'll be happy when I move to a new city." But what happens when we reach these goals? More often than not, we simply replace them with new ones. The cycle of postponing happiness continues, and we never feel truly satisfied. The key to breaking free from this cycle is to embrace the present moment. Right now, in this very moment, there are small joys and beautiful experiences all around you, if you choose to notice them. The laughter of a loved one, the taste of your favorite food, the feeling of fresh air on your skin. These are all moments of happiness, but too often they go unnoticed because we are too busy chasing the future. Living in the present doesn't mean you shouldn't have goals or dreams. It means learning to enjoy the journey instead of only focusing on the destination. Imagine climbing a mountain. If you spend the entire hike only thinking about reaching the top, you'll miss the breathtaking views, the fresh mountain air, and the beauty of nature along the way. But if you take time to enjoy each step, the entire journey becomes meaningful, not just the final achievement. A powerful way to practice living in the moment is mindfulness. This simply means paying full attention to what you are doing right now. Whether you are eating, walking, or talking to a friend, give it your full focus. When your mind starts to drift into worries about the future or regrets about the past, gently bring it back to the present. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to find happiness in the little moments of everyday life. Stop waiting for happiness to arrive someday. Life is happening now. The only moment that truly exists is the one you are living in right now. Make the decision to be present, to appreciate what you have, and to stop delaying your happiness. Because when you finally let go of the habit of waiting, you'll realize that happiness has been within your reach all along. Chapter 3. Emotional Resilience. Learn to dance with life's challenges. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much we plan, prepare, or hope for smooth sailing, challenges will always come our way. Pain, setbacks, and disappointments are unavoidable. But what determines your happiness is not the absence of difficulties. It's your ability to navigate them with resilience. The happiest people in the world are not those who never experience hardship. They are the ones who have learned how to face difficulties without losing themselves in suffering. Emotional resilience is the ability to stay strong, adaptable, and hopeful even when life gets tough. It doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending to be happy all the time. Instead, it means accepting that pain is part of life and learning how to handle it in a way that doesn't destroy your happiness. Resilient people don't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, they ask, "What can I learn from this? How can I grow from this?" This shift in mindset turns every hardship into an opportunity for personal growth. One of the biggest mistakes people make when dealing with challenges is resisting reality. They fight against what is happening, wishing things were different, replaying the past, or fearing the future. But resistance only creates suffering. Instead of resisting, practice acceptance. This doesn't mean you have to like what's happening, but it does mean recognizing that you can handle it. When you accept what you cannot change, you free up energy to focus on what you can control: your attitude, your actions, and your response. Another key to emotional resilience is self-compassion. Too often, we are our own worst enemies, criticizing ourselves for our struggles and mistakes. But imagine if a close friend were going through the same difficulty. Would you speak to them with kindness and encouragement? You deserve that same level of support from yourself. Speak to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a loved one. Remind yourself that no one has a perfect life, and everyone faces struggles. Resilience also grows when you build healthy coping mechanisms. Instead of numbing your pain with distractions like social media, overeating, or avoiding responsibilities, try healthier ways to process your emotions. Journaling, meditation, exercise, deep breathing, or talking to a trusted friend can help you release your emotions in a positive way. The more you practice these habits, the stronger your emotional resilience becomes. Remember that resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you face a challenge with a mindset of growth, you become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more prepared for whatever comes next. Happiness isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about developing the strength to rise above them. When you learn to dance with life's challenges instead of resisting them, you'll discover that even in the hardest times, happiness is still within your reach. Chapter 4. Let go of what you can't control. So much of our unhappiness comes from trying to control things that are simply beyond our power. Other people's opinions, unexpected setbacks, the uncertainties of the future, or mistakes from the past. We waste precious energy worrying, stressing, and overthinking situations that we cannot change. But the truth is, real happiness begins when we learn to let go of what we cannot control and focus on what we can. Imagine holding onto a rope that's pulling you in the wrong direction. The tighter you grip, the more pain it causes. But the moment you let go, the tension disappears and you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. Life works the same way. When you hold on to things that are outside of your control, whether it's a grudge, regret, fear, or unrealistic expectations, you only create stress for yourself. But when you release those burdens, you make space for peace, clarity, and happiness. One of the biggest things people try to control is other people, their actions, their opinions, or how they treat us. But no matter how hard you try, you can't make someone love you, respect you, or see things from your perspective. You can't control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. Instead of wasting energy trying to change people, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Let go of the need for approval, and you'll experience true freedom. Another common struggle is worrying about the future. We fear the unknown, constantly thinking about what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. While it's good to plan ahead, excessive worrying doesn't prevent bad things from happening. It only robs you of the present moment. Accept that uncertainty is a natural part of life. Instead of fearing the unknown, trust that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Letting go of the past is just as important. Many people hold on to past mistakes, painful memories, or regrets, replaying them over and over in their minds. But no amount of guilt or overthinking can change what has already happened. The past is done. You only have power over what you do now. Learn from your experiences, forgive yourself and others, and move forward with a lighter heart. A powerful way to practice letting go is through mindfulness. This means bringing your attention fully to the present moment, rather than being stuck in the past or worrying about the future. When you notice yourself getting caught up in thoughts of things you can't control, take a deep breath and bring your focus back to what is happening now. Whether you're eating, walking, or having a conversation, be fully present. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to let go of unnecessary worries. Another method is shifting your focus. Instead of wasting energy on things beyond your control, redirect it toward what is within your power, your thoughts, your actions, your mindset. You can't control whether someone else apologizes, but you can choose to let go of resentment. You can't control the economy, but you can work on improving your skills and adaptability. You can't control what happens in the world, but you can choose to be kind, resilient, and positive. Happiness isn't about having complete control over everything. It's about knowing when to hold on and when to let go. The moment you stop fighting battles that aren't yours to fight, you'll discover a new sense of peace and freedom. Let go of what weighs you down, and you'll find that happiness is much closer than you ever imagined. Chapter 5. The Power of Connection. Surround yourself with joyful energy. Happiness does not exist in isolation. As human beings, we are wired for connection. Our relationships shape our emotions, influence our thoughts, and impact our well-being in ways we often underestimate. The people we surround ourselves with either lift us up or pull us down. They either bring out the best in us or drain our energy. If you want to live a happy and fulfilling life, one of the most important things you can do is choose your company wisely and nurture relationships that fill your life with positivity, love, and meaning. Think about the people in your life right now. Do they make you feel happy, supported, and understood? Or do they drain your energy with negativity, complaints, or toxic behaviors? The truth is, the energy around you affects your mindset more than you realize. If you constantly spend time with people who focus on problems instead of solutions, who gossip instead of uplift, and who see life through a lens of fear instead of possibility, their energy will influence your own. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with positive, growth-minded, and kind-hearted people, you naturally start to feel lighter, more inspired, and more at peace. Building strong and meaningful connections isn't just about avoiding toxic relationships. It's about actively creating an environment where joy and happiness can flourish. One of the most powerful ways to do this is to be intentional about who you spend your time with. Pay attention to how you feel after being around certain people. Do you leave feeling inspired, valued, and encouraged? Or do you feel drained, anxious, or unworthy? Your time and energy are precious. Spend them wisely on people who truly bring value to your life. Another essential aspect of human connection is the quality of your relationships, not the quantity. In today's digital age, it's easy to mistake social media connections for real relationships. You may have hundreds or even thousands of online friends, but if you don't have genuine people to talk to, share your struggles with, and celebrate life's moments with, loneliness can creep in. True happiness comes from deep, meaningful connections, not surface-level interactions. Invest in relationships that allow you to be your authentic self, where you feel heard, understood, and valued. To create these strong connections, practice being fully present with others. How often do we engage in conversations while half listening, scrolling on our phones, or thinking about what we're going to say next? True connection happens when we give others our undivided attention. Put your phone down, make eye contact, and truly listen. Ask meaningful questions and show genuine interest in people's lives. When you do this, you'll find that even simple conversations can become powerful sources of happiness and connection. Another key to surrounding yourself with joyful energy is being the kind of person you want to attract. If you want kindness, be kind. If you want positivity, be positive. If you want deep and meaningful conversations, be open and vulnerable yourself. Happiness spreads through energy, and when you embody the qualities you seek in others, you naturally attract people who resonate with that energy. Be a source of light, and you'll naturally find yourself surrounded by others who shine as well. Don't underestimate the power of small acts of kindness and gratitude in strengthening your relationships. A simple compliment, a heartfelt message, or an unexpected act of generosity can transform someone's day and strengthen your bond with them. When you make an effort to uplift others, you not only make them feel good, you also cultivate a sense of joy and fulfillment within yourself. Happiness grows when shared, and the more you give, the more you receive. It's important to recognize that not all relationships are meant to last forever. As you grow, your energy changes, and sometimes certain friendships or relationships no longer align with the person you're becoming. If a relationship consistently drains you, makes you feel small, or holds you back from your happiness, it may be time to step away. Letting go of toxic or unhealthy connections is not selfish. It's an act of self-care. You deserve relationships that nourish your soul, not ones that exhaust it. Beyond friendships and social circles, connection also extends to something deeper, a sense of belonging. Humans are meant to feel connected not just to people, but to a purpose, a community, or something greater than themselves. Whether it's through family, close friends, a spiritual practice, or a cause you believe in, finding a sense of belonging helps you feel rooted and supported. Seek out communities that share your values, whether it's a support group, a creative collective, or a place of worship. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people who uplift and inspire you is one of the most powerful ways to maintain happiness, even during difficult times. Happiness is not just about personal achievements or material success. It's about love, relationships, and the people who walk through life with you. No one achieves true joy in isolation. When you invest in meaningful connections, when you surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you, and when you become a source of positive energy for others, happiness naturally becomes a part of your life. The quality of your relationships directly affects the quality of your happiness. So choose them wisely, nurture them with care, and most importantly, be the kind of person who makes the world a little brighter. Chapter 6. Find meaning and purpose in the everyday. Happiness is not just about feeling good in the moment. It is about living a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. Many people search for happiness in external pleasures, money, possessions, entertainment, but even after acquiring everything they thought would bring them joy, they often still feel empty. That's because happiness isn't about accumulating things. It's about having a sense of purpose, a reason to wake up every morning with excitement and motivation. When your life has meaning, even the difficult days feel worthwhile. Finding purpose doesn't mean you have to change the world or accomplish something extraordinary. Purpose can be found in the simplest things: helping a friend, being a loving parent, creating something beautiful, or making someone's day better. It is not about fame, wealth, or recognition. It is about contributing to something beyond yourself. The happiest people are those who feel that their lives matter, that what they do has value, and that they are making a difference, no matter how small. If you feel lost or unsure about your purpose, start by asking yourself some deep questions. What activities make me feel alive? What do I enjoy doing even when there's no reward? What kind of problems do I feel passionate about solving? What impact do I want to have on the people around me? What legacy do I want to leave behind? The answers to these questions can help you discover what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. Purpose is not something you find once and for all. It is something you create through the way you live your life. A powerful way to bring more purpose into your daily life is by focusing on growth and contribution. Growth means constantly learning, improving, and challenging yourself to become better. It could be learning a new skill, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, or developing new perspectives. Contribution means giving back, helping others, sharing your knowledge, or simply being kind. When you grow as a person and use that growth to help others, your life automatically becomes more meaningful. Many people make the mistake of thinking that their job or career has to be their sole source of purpose. While meaningful work can be fulfilling, purpose is not limited to your profession. You can find purpose in being a good friend, in mentoring someone, in creating art, or even in how you treat strangers. The small ways you impact others' lives often create the biggest sense of fulfillment. One of the biggest barriers to finding purpose is comparison. In today's world, it's easy to look at social media and feel like everyone else is living a more meaningful life. You might see someone traveling the world, someone building a successful business, or someone making a big impact, and you start to feel like your life isn't enough. But purpose isn't about doing what others are doing. It's about doing what feels right for you. Your journey is unique, and comparing it to others will only take away from your own sense of meaning. Another important aspect of purpose is accepting that it evolves over time. What gave your life meaning 5 years ago may not be what gives it meaning today, and that's okay. Life is constantly changing, and so are you. If you ever feel like you've lost your sense of purpose, don't panic. It's simply an opportunity to redefine what matters to you. Be open to new experiences and trust that every step you take is leading you towards something meaningful. When you align your daily actions with your values and passions, even the most ordinary moments become meaningful. Cooking a meal for your family, offering a listening ear to a friend, or pursuing a hobby you love. These small things add up to a life filled with purpose. Meaning is not found in a single grand achievement. It is woven into the fabric of everyday life. A great way to cultivate purpose is through rituals and reflection. Take time each day to ask yourself, did I do something meaningful today? Did I make a difference in someone's life? Keeping a journal or simply reflecting on your actions can help you stay connected to your purpose. When you consciously seek out ways to make your life more meaningful, happiness naturally follows. It's also important to recognize that finding purpose doesn't mean you'll always feel happy or motivated. There will still be hard days, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But when you have a strong sense of why you do what you do, you'll be able to push through the difficult moments with resilience and determination. Purpose gives you something to hold on to when life gets tough. At the end of the day, happiness is not about chasing pleasure. It's about feeling like your life has value and significance. You don't have to do something huge to live a meaningful life. The way you treat people, the way you grow, the way you contribute, all of these small actions create a life that is deeply fulfilling. So instead of searching for happiness in temporary pleasures, focus on creating meaning in everything you do. Whether it's through your work, your relationships, or the way you choose to show up in the world, purpose is what will bring you lasting happiness. The more meaning you create, the more joy you will experience every single day. Chapter 7. Make joy a daily habit. Happiness is not something you stumble upon by chance, nor is it something that arrives only when life is perfect. It is a habit, a choice, and a way of approaching life. Many people mistakenly believe that happiness is a result of their circumstances, having a good job, a loving relationship, financial stability, or good health. But the truth is, happiness is not found in external achievements or possessions. It is built from within, through the small, consistent habits we practice every day. If you want to live happily, you must train yourself to cultivate joy daily, no matter what is happening around you. Think of happiness like physical fitness. You don't get fit by working out once. You get fit by exercising regularly, making healthy choices, and staying consistent. In the same way, happiness is not a one-time event. It is a practice that requires daily attention. If you don't actively cultivate joy, your mind will naturally drift toward stress, worry, and negativity. The brain is wired to focus on problems for survival, but you can rewire it to focus on gratitude, positivity, and joy through intentional habits. One of the most powerful ways to make joy a habit is by practicing gratitude. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you shift your perspective and begin to see the abundance in your life. Start every morning by listing 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. It could be as simple as having a warm bed, a kind friend, or the ability to breathe. By making gratitude a daily ritual, you train your mind to recognize the good in every situation. Another essential habit for daily joy is mindfulness, being fully present in the moment. Too often, we spend our days lost in thought, worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. We rush through life, missing the beauty of simple moments, a sunrise, a smile, a good meal. Mindfulness is about slowing down, paying attention, and appreciating what is happening right now. When you practice mindfulness, even routine activities, drinking tea, taking a walk, or listening to music, become sources of joy. Laughter is another key ingredient of daily happiness. Many adults forget to laugh as much as they did as children, but laughter is one of the most natural ways to boost your mood. Make time for things that make you laugh. Watch a funny movie, play with a pet, share jokes with friends. Surround yourself with people who bring joy and humor into your life. Laughter releases endorphins, reduces stress, and reminds you not to take life too seriously. Movement and physical activity also play a crucial role in happiness. Your body and mind are deeply connected, and when you take care of your physical health, your emotional well-being improves as well. Exercise releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which instantly boost your mood. You don't have to do intense workouts. Simple activities like stretching, dancing, yoga, or going for a walk can make a big difference. The more you move, the more energy and happiness you will feel. Another way to cultivate joy is by doing things that make your soul feel alive. Ask yourself, what activities bring me deep joy? Maybe it's painting, writing, playing an instrument, gardening, or spending time in nature. Too often, we push aside these passions, thinking they are unimportant or that we are too busy. But engaging in activities you love is one of the fastest ways to create happiness. Make time for these things, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Acts of kindness and connection with others also play a huge role in daily happiness. Research has shown that giving to others, whether through compliments, helping someone in need, or simply listening, creates lasting joy. When you brighten someone else's day, you experience a deep sense of fulfillment. Make it a habit to perform small acts of kindness daily. A kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or a simple smile can not only uplift others, but also boost your own happiness. Creating a joyful environment is another powerful way to make happiness a habit. Your surroundings affect your mood more than you realize. Take a look at your home, workspace, or daily routine. Do they bring you peace and joy, or do they feel cluttered and stressful? Fill your space with things that make you happy. Plants, uplifting music, cozy lighting, inspiring books, or pictures of loved ones. A calm and positive environment makes it easier to cultivate happiness effortlessly. Limiting negativity is just as important as adding positivity. Pay attention to what you consume: news, social media, conversations, and entertainment. If you constantly expose yourself to negative content, fear, or drama, it will drain your happiness. Be selective about what you allow into your mind. Follow uplifting accounts, read inspiring stories, and surround yourself with people who radiate positivity. Protecting your mental space is just as important as protecting your physical space. Another essential habit for daily happiness is self-care. Many people think of self-care as a luxury, but it is a necessity for emotional well-being. Taking time to rest, recharge, and nurture yourself is not selfish, it is essential. This could be as simple as getting enough sleep, enjoying a hot bath, listening to music, or practicing deep breathing. When you take care of yourself, you show up as a happier, healthier person in all areas of your life. Finally, one of the most important habits of joyful people is choosing to see life with a positive perspective. No one's life is perfect, and everyone faces struggles. But the difference between happy and unhappy people is not their circumstances, it's their outlook. Instead of focusing on problems, happy people focus on solutions. Instead of dwelling on what's missing, they appreciate what's present. Instead of seeing obstacles, they see opportunities. Happiness is not something you wait for, it is something you create every single day. By practicing gratitude, mindfulness, laughter, movement, kindness, self-care, and positivity, you can train your mind and body to live in a state of joy. The more you make these habits a part of your daily life, the more natural happiness becomes. It will no longer be something you search for, it will be something you are. Make joy a habit, and you will discover that happiness is not found in a perfect future. It is found in the way you choose to live today. Chapter 8. Master the Art of Inner Peace. The Key to Lasting Happiness. Happiness is not just about feeling good in the moment. It is about cultivating a deep sense of inner peace that remains steady no matter what life throws your way. Many people chase happiness in external things, success, relationships, material wealth. But even when they achieve these things, they still feel restless, anxious, or unfulfilled. Why? Because happiness that depends on outside factors is fragile. It comes and goes with life's ups and downs. But when you learn to cultivate inner peace, your happiness becomes unshakable. It is no longer dependent on circumstances, it comes from within. Inner peace is the ability to remain calm, centered, and content, even in the face of challenges. It does not mean avoiding difficulties or ignoring negative emotions. It means learning to respond to life with grace and resilience. Imagine a deep, still lake. No matter how strong the winds above, the water beneath remains calm and steady. When you develop inner peace, you become like that lake, unaffected by the temporary storms of life. One of the biggest obstacles to inner peace is attachment, the need to control, the need to always get what you want, the fear of losing what you have. The more you cling to things, possessions, people, status, outcomes, the more fear and anxiety you create. The key to peace is learning to let go. This does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop trying to force life to go exactly as you want. Accept that change is inevitable, that nothing lasts forever, and that you will always be okay no matter what happens. Another major cause of inner turmoil is overthinking. The mind is constantly racing, worrying about the future, replaying the past, creating problems that don't even exist. But peace is found in the present moment. When you are fully present, your worries fade away because you are not lost in past regrets or future fears. You are simply here, now. Practicing mindfulness helps train your brain to focus on the present. Try this. Take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs. Notice the sensations in your body. In this moment, right now, everything is okay. That is the essence of inner peace. Simplifying your life is another powerful way to cultivate peace. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with noise, emails, notifications, endless choices, and distractions. The more cluttered your mind and environment are, the harder it is to feel peaceful. Start simplifying by decluttering your space, reducing commitments that don't add value to your life, and spending less time on social media. Create a life that feels spacious, not overwhelming. A peaceful life is not about doing more, it is about doing less, but with greater purpose. Forgiveness is also a crucial part of inner peace. Holding on to anger, resentment, or grudges only poisons your own happiness. When you forgive, you do not do it for others. You do it for yourself. Letting go of past hurts frees you from the emotional chains that keep you stuck. It does not mean you have to forget or allow harmful behavior, but it means you refuse to let the past control your present. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful gifts you can give yourself. Another practice that brings deep peace is spending time in solitude. In the modern world, we are always surrounded by noise, conversations, media, entertainment. But true peace comes when you learn to be comfortable with yourself, in silence, without distractions. Take time each day to be alone with your thoughts. Go for a walk in nature, meditate, sit quietly with a cup of tea. The more you learn to enjoy your own company, the more peaceful and self-sufficient you become. Inner peace also grows when you align your life with your values. Many people feel restless and unhappy because they are living in a way that does not match what they truly believe in. Maybe they are in a job they hate, in relationships that don't support them, or stuck in habits that drain them. The more you align your actions with your deepest values, the more at peace you will feel. Ask yourself, am I living in a way that feels right for me? Am I being true to myself? When you live with integrity, your mind and heart are at peace. A simple yet powerful way to invite peace into your life is learning to breathe deeply and consciously. When stress arises, notice your breath. Are you breathing shallowly and quickly? Take a moment to slow down. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly. Your breath is always with you, and it is one of the fastest ways to bring yourself back to a state of calm. Another way to create lasting peace is to let go of the need for external validation. Many people feel anxious and unhappy because they are constantly seeking approval from others. But the truth is, no matter what you do, there will always be people who criticize or misunderstand you. Peace comes when you stop living for the opinions of others and start living for yourself. When you fully accept yourself, your strengths, flaws, and uniqueness, you become immune to the judgments of the world. One of the most important lessons in finding inner peace is to trust the flow of life. There will always be things you cannot control, but you can always control your response. Instead of resisting life, learn to flow with it. Some doors will close, but others will open. Some plans will fail, but new opportunities will appear. Trust that everything happens for a reason, and even if you cannot see it now, life is unfolding exactly as it should. Inner peace is not something you find. It is something you cultivate day by day through your thoughts, habits, and choices. It is the foundation of true happiness, the kind of happiness that does not depend on circumstances. When you master the art of inner peace, you will no longer be shaken by the storms of life. You will remain steady, calm, and deeply happy, not because life is perfect, but because you have learned how to be at peace no matter what, and that is the ultimate secret to lasting happiness. Chapter 9. Embrace Change, the Secret to Long-Term Happiness. One of the greatest obstacles to lasting happiness is the fear of change. As human beings, we crave stability, predictability, and a sense of control over our lives. But life is not static. It is constantly evolving, shifting, and transforming. Relationships change, careers take unexpected turns, dreams evolve, and circumstances fluctuate. The people who experience the most happiness are not those who resist change, but those who embrace it. When you learn to flow with life rather than fight against it, you unlock a level of peace and joy that remains unshaken no matter what happens. Change can be frightening because it pushes us out of our comfort zones. We fear the unknown, worry about what might go wrong, and cling to what is familiar, even when it no longer serves us. But the truth is, every major growth in life comes from change. If nothing ever changed, you would never evolve, learn, or discover new opportunities. Think back to some of the best things that have ever happened in your life. Chances are, they were the result of change. Maybe it was a new relationship, a career shift, moving to a new place, or letting go of something that was holding you back. Every positive transformation in life starts with the willingness to embrace change. One of the most common reasons people resist change is attachment to the past. We often romanticize what was, holding on to old memories, relationships, or versions of ourselves that we have outgrown. But happiness is not found in clinging to what was. It is found in fully experiencing what is and being open to what can be. Let go of the belief that things should stay the same. Instead, trust that every change brings new opportunities, even if you cannot see them immediately. Another common fear is the uncertainty of the future. Many people avoid change because they fear making the wrong decision, failing, or stepping into the unknown. But the reality is, life itself is uncertain. No matter how much you plan, you can never predict the future with certainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, learn to trust yourself. You have handled challenges before, and you will handle them again. Every step you take, even if it feels uncertain, is leading you somewhere meaningful. The more you trust yourself and your ability to adapt, the less afraid you will be of change. One of the most powerful ways to embrace change is to shift your mindset from resistance to curiosity. Instead of seeing change as something to fear, view it as an adventure. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What new opportunities might this bring? How can I grow from this experience? When you approach change with curiosity rather than fear, it becomes an exciting journey rather than a terrifying obstacle. Change is also an opportunity to reinvent yourself. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago, and you will not be the same person 5 years from now. That is a beautiful thing. Life gives you endless chances to grow, evolve, and create a new version of yourself. If something in your life no longer makes you happy, you have the power to change it. You are not stuck. Every day is a chance to make a new choice, take a new direction, and create a life that aligns with who you are becoming. Another important lesson about change is learning to detach from rigid expectations. Sometimes we suffer not because life is difficult, but because we expect it to follow a specific plan, and when it doesn't, we feel frustrated and disappointed. But happiness does not come from forcing life to fit your expectations. It comes from being open to whatever life brings. When you release attachment to how things should be, you free yourself to appreciate things as they are. The more flexible and adaptable you become, the more peace and happiness you will experience. A major key to handling change is embracing the temporary nature of life. Everything is temporary: your successes, your failures, your relationships, your emotions. Nothing lasts forever. And that is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. When you recognize that change is inevitable, you stop resisting it. You learn to enjoy the present moment without clinging to it. You learn to appreciate people while they are in your life, without fearing the day they may leave. You learn to let go of painful moments, knowing they too will pass. Self-reflection and gratitude can also help you navigate change with more ease. When faced with a big life transition, take time to reflect on what you have learned, how you have grown, and what new possibilities lie ahead. Express gratitude for the experiences that have shaped you. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you are losing to what you are gaining. Every change, no matter how difficult, carries hidden blessings, lessons, wisdom, new opportunities, and personal growth. Another essential practice is staying grounded during change. Even when everything around you is shifting, you can find stability within yourself. Create daily rituals that anchor you, whether it's meditation, journaling, exercising, or spending time in nature. No matter what is changing externally, these habits provide a sense of inner stability and comfort. Surround yourself with positive influences. Change can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to navigate it alone. Seek support from people who uplift and encourage you. Talk to those who have experienced similar changes and learn from their wisdom. Read books, listen to podcasts, or seek guidance from mentors who can help you see change as an opportunity rather than a loss. Happiness is about learning to dance with the ever-changing rhythm of life. The more you embrace change, the more resilient, adaptable, and joyful you become. You begin to see that change is not something to fear, but something to welcome. It is the force that allows you to grow, evolve, and experience the fullness of life. Let go of resistance. Trust the process. Stay open to new possibilities. Because when you stop fearing change and start flowing with it, you unlock a level of happiness that is deep, lasting, and truly unshakable. Chapter 10. The Art of Self-Love, the Foundation of True Happiness. At the core of all happiness is one fundamental truth. You cannot be truly happy if you do not love yourself. Self-love is the foundation upon which lasting joy, confidence, and inner peace are built. It is not about arrogance or thinking you are better than others. Rather, it is about valuing yourself, treating yourself with kindness, and accepting yourself exactly as you are. When you cultivate self-love, you no longer rely on external validation for happiness. You become your own source of fulfillment. Many people struggle with self-love because they have been conditioned to believe that they are not enough. Society constantly bombards us with messages that tell us we need to be richer, thinner, more successful, or more attractive to be worthy of happiness. From a young age, we are taught to compare ourselves to others, to seek approval, and to measure our worth based on achievements or appearance. But true happiness does not come from meeting external standards. It comes from fully embracing who you are, flaws and all. One of the biggest barriers to self-love is negative self-talk. How often do you criticize yourself? How often do you tell yourself that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not attractive enough? The way you speak to yourself shapes your self-esteem. If you constantly put yourself down, you reinforce feelings of unworthiness. But when you replace self-criticism with self-compassion, everything changes. Think about how you would speak to a close friend who was struggling. Would you tell them they are a failure, that they are unworthy? Of course not. You would offer them kindness, encouragement, and reassurance. You deserve that same level of kindness from yourself. Start paying attention to the way you talk to yourself. Whenever you catch yourself being self-critical, pause and ask, would I say this to someone I love? If not, change the narrative. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I am doing my best, and that is enough. Instead of saying, I'll never be successful, say, I am learning and growing every day. These small shifts in language can have a profound impact on your self-esteem. Another key to self-love is accepting your imperfections. No one is perfect, yet so many people believe they must be flawless to be worthy of happiness. The truth is, your imperfections are what make you unique and human. Instead of hiding them or feeling ashamed, embrace them. Accept that you will make mistakes, that you will have bad days, that you will sometimes fail, and that's okay. Life is not about being perfect. It is about being real. Setting boundaries is also an essential part of self-love. Many people struggle with happiness because they put everyone else's needs before their own. They say yes to things they don't want to do, tolerate toxic relationships, or allow others to drain their energy. But self-love means recognizing that your well-being matters. It means saying no when something doesn't feel right. It means removing yourself from environments and people that do not support your happiness. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It is an act of self-respect. Another powerful practice for self-love is taking care of your mind and body. Your relationship with yourself is reflected in how you treat your physical and mental health. Are you getting enough sleep, eating nourishing foods, moving your body in ways that feel good, feeding your mind with positivity? Many people neglect self-care because they believe they are too busy, but the truth is, when you take care of yourself, everything in your life improves. Your energy, mood, and happiness levels all rise when you prioritize your well-being. Forgiving yourself is another essential step towards self-love. Everyone has regrets, past mistakes, and moments they wish they could change. But holding on to guilt and self-blame only keeps you stuck in pain. You are not defined by your past. Every mistake you've made has been a lesson that has shaped you into who you are today. Instead of punishing yourself for past choices, recognize that you were doing the best you could with the knowledge you had at the time. Forgiveness is the key to freedom. It allows you to move forward without carrying unnecessary burdens. One of the most transformative aspects of self-love is learning to spend time alone and enjoy your own company. Many people avoid solitude because they fear facing their thoughts. They fill every moment with distractions, social media, TV, constant busyness, because silence makes them uncomfortable. But true self-love means being at peace with yourself, even when you are alone. Take time to do things that bring you joy, just for yourself. Read a book, go for a walk, meditate, journal, whatever makes you feel connected to yourself. The more comfortable you become in your own presence, the less you will need external validation to feel happy. Gratitude for yourself is another powerful self-love practice. We often express gratitude for others, but forget to acknowledge ourselves. Take a moment each day to appreciate yourself. What have you done well today? What qualities do you love about yourself? What strengths have helped you overcome challenges? When you recognize your own value, your confidence and happiness naturally grow. Another vital aspect of self-love is living authentically. Many people suppress who they truly are to fit in, to be accepted, or to meet others' expectations. But pretending to be someone you're not is exhausting, and it prevents real happiness. Give yourself permission to be your true self, your quirks, your passions, your dreams. The right people will love you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. It is also important to remember that self-love is not a destination, it is a daily practice. Some days you will feel confident and empowered, other days you may struggle with doubt. That's okay. The key is to keep showing up for yourself, even on the hard days. Keep reminding yourself that you are worthy, that you are enough, and that your happiness matters. Self-love is about treating yourself with the same kindness and care that you would offer to someone you love deeply. It is about recognizing your worth, taking care of your needs, and refusing to settle for anything less than what makes you happy. When you love yourself, everything in your life begins to transform. Your relationships improve, your confidence grows, and you begin to experience a level of happiness that is deep, unshakable, and truly fulfilling. Happiness starts within. The more you love yourself, the more joy you will bring into your life. So make the decision today. Choose to love yourself, to honor yourself, and to live a life that reflects your true worth. Because when you master the art of self-love, you unlock the greatest secret to lasting happiness. Chapter 11. The Power of Letting Go. Free yourself from emotional baggage. Happiness is not just about what you gain in life, it is also about what you let go of. Many people carry emotional baggage from the past, allowing old wounds, regrets, and grudges to weigh them down. They hold on to anger, resentment, disappointment, or the pain of past experiences, often without realizing how much it is affecting their ability to feel joy in the present. True happiness is not found in carrying the past with you. It is found in the ability to release it. When you learn to let go, you set yourself free. One of the most important things to let go of is the need for control. Many people suffer because they try to control everything: their future, other people, outcomes, and situations. But the reality is, you cannot control everything. No matter how much you plan, life will always be unpredictable. The more you try to force life to go your way, the more frustrated and anxious you become. Letting go of control does not mean giving up. It means trusting that things will unfold as they are meant to. Instead of trying to control everything, focus on what you can control: your mindset, your reactions, and the way you handle challenges. Another thing to release is grudges and resentment. Holding on to anger toward others does not hurt them. It only hurts you. When you refuse to forgive, you are the one carrying the pain. Forgiveness is not about excusing someone's behavior or saying what they did was okay. It is about freeing yourself from the emotional weight of holding on. Letting go of resentment does not mean you have to reconnect with people who hurt you. It simply means you stop letting their actions steal your peace. Letting go of past mistakes is another essential step to happiness. Everyone has moments they regret, things they said, choices they made, paths they wish they had taken differently. But living in regret only keeps you stuck. You cannot change the past, but you can learn from it. Instead of punishing yourself for past mistakes, ask, what did this experience teach me? How can I grow from this? Every mistake is an opportunity for growth. And when you forgive yourself, you create space for new beginnings. Another common source of unhappiness is holding on to toxic relationships. Some people stay in relationships, whether romantic, friendships, or family connections, out of guilt, fear, or a sense of obligation, even when those relationships are toxic. But no matter how much history you have with someone, if they are constantly bringing negativity into your life, it may be time to let them go. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support you is essential to happiness. It is not selfish to protect your energy. It is necessary. Letting go also means releasing limiting beliefs, the negative thoughts and fears that hold you back. Many people do not pursue their dreams or step outside their comfort zones because they believe they are not smart enough, not talented enough, or not worthy enough. These beliefs are not reality. They are just stories you have told yourself. The truth is, you are capable of more than you think. When you let go of limiting beliefs, you open yourself up to new possibilities. A major part of letting go is accepting that some things will never have closure. Many people hold on to pain because they are waiting for an apology that may never come, or they want answers they will never get. But waiting for closure keeps you stuck in the past. Sometimes the only way to heal is to accept that you may never get the resolution you wanted. The real closure comes from within, when you decide to move forward, regardless of what happened. One of the most powerful ways to let go is practicing mindfulness. When you are fully present in the moment, you are not caught up in the regrets of the past or the worries of the future. Mindfulness teaches you to let go of unnecessary thoughts and focus on the now. Whether it is through meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying attention to your surroundings, being present helps you release what no longer serves you. Another method is writing it out. If you are struggling to let go of something, try writing about it. Express your emotions on paper, and then, if you feel ready, tear it up, burn it, or throw it away as a symbolic act of release. Letting go is a process, and sometimes it takes time. But the more you practice releasing what no longer serves you, the lighter you will feel. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you choose peace over pain, freedom over fear, and happiness over suffering. It is about trusting that life has more in store for you than what you are leaving behind. When you release the weight of the past, you make space for joy, growth, and new possibilities. Happiness is not about carrying everything with you. It is about knowing what to hold on to and what to let go of. The more you release, the freer you become. And when you finally let go of what no longer serves you, you open yourself up to the life you were meant to live. Chapter 12. The Joy of Simplicity. Finding happiness in less, not more. In a world that constantly tells us we need more to be happy, more success, more possessions, more achievements, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that happiness is found in accumulation. But in reality, true happiness is often found in simplicity, in stripping away the unnecessary, focusing on what truly matters, and learning to appreciate life's simple pleasures. The more we simplify, the more room we create for peace, joy, and fulfillment. Many people spend their lives chasing after more money, more material things, more social status, only to realize that no matter how much they achieve or acquire, it never feels like enough. This is because external things can never fill an internal void. True happiness is not about having everything. It's about appreciating what you already have and finding contentment in the present moment. One of the greatest sources of stress in modern life is clutter, not just physical clutter, but mental and emotional clutter as well. When your life is filled with too many distractions, responsibilities, and unnecessary commitments, it becomes difficult to focus on what truly brings you joy. Simplifying your life means removing the excess, the things, habits, and even relationships that drain your energy, so you can focus on what genuinely matters. A powerful way to embrace simplicity is by decluttering your environment. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind. Look around your home. Are there things you no longer need, use, or love? Holding on to excess possessions often creates a feeling of overwhelm. When you clear out physical clutter, you create a sense of peace and space. Start small. Clean out one drawer, one closet, or one area at a time. As you simplify your surroundings, you'll notice an immediate shift in your mental clarity and emotional well-being. Beyond physical clutter, mental clutter can also prevent happiness. Many people live with an overloaded mind, constantly bombarded by information, worries, and distractions. One of the best ways to simplify your mind is by reducing unnecessary inputs. Limit time spent on social media, avoid negative news that doesn't serve you, and create moments of stillness in your day. Practice journaling, meditation, or quiet reflection to clear out mental noise. The less mental clutter you carry, the more peaceful and focused you will feel. Another key aspect of simplicity is prioritizing what truly matters. Many people feel overwhelmed because they are trying to do too much, say yes to everything, and please everyone. But life becomes much more joyful when you learn to focus only on the things that bring meaning and fulfillment. Ask yourself, what truly makes me happy? What activities or commitments bring me stress rather than joy? Where am I spending my time that does not align with my values? The more you simplify your commitments and focus on what truly brings value to your life, the more happiness and peace you will experience. Simplicity is also about slowing down. Modern life often feels like a race. Everyone is rushing, always busy, always chasing the next goal. But true joy is found in the present moment, not in the next accomplishment. When you slow down, you become more aware of life's beauty. Take time to enjoy a meal without distractions. Go for a walk without your phone. Sit quietly and listen to the sounds around you. The more you learn to be fully present, the richer and more meaningful life becomes. Another powerful practice in embracing simplicity is learning to be content with what you have. Many people believe they will be happy once they achieve something, a better job, a bigger house, more success. But this mindset keeps happiness always in the future, never in the present. Contentment does not mean you stop striving for growth. It means you learn to appreciate what you have right now. When you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present, happiness becomes a natural state of being. Gratitude is one of the easiest ways to cultivate this sense of contentment. Instead of always thinking about what you need next, take time to appreciate what you already have. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. Notice the small joys: fresh air, a good conversation, the warmth of sunlight. The more you appreciate what you have, the less you feel the need to chase after more. Another key to simple happiness is letting go of the need for external validation. Many people complicate their lives by constantly seeking approval from others, trying to impress, comparing themselves, or living according to society's expectations. But happiness is not found in how others see you. It is found in how you see yourself. The moment you stop worrying about pleasing everyone else and start living for yourself, life becomes much lighter and more enjoyable. Embracing simplicity also means choosing experiences over things. Studies have shown that people who spend money on experiences, like travel, learning new skills, or spending time with loved ones, are far happier than those who spend money on material things. This is because experiences create memories and meaning, while possessions often lose their value over time. Prioritize creating meaningful moments rather than accumulating more stuff. Simplicity is also about nourishing your body and soul with what truly sustains you. Instead of filling your life with artificial pleasures, excessive social media, junk food, unhealthy habits, choose things that bring real joy and well-being. Eat nourishing foods, spend time in nature, engage in deep conversations, read books that inspire you, and take care of your body. The more you simplify what you consume, physically and mentally, the more vibrant and joyful you will feel. At its core, simplicity is about removing everything that doesn't serve you, so you can focus on what truly does. It is about stripping away the distractions, the noise, the clutter, and the unnecessary, so that all that remains is what brings you true happiness. Happiness is not found in having more, it is found in needing less. The less you complicate your life, the more you make room for joy. So simplify your space, your thoughts, your commitments, and your expectations. Let go of what does not matter and embrace what does. Because in the end, happiness is not about chasing more. It is about loving the simple, beautiful moments that life is already offering you. Happiness is not something you wait for, hope for, or stumble upon by accident. It is something you create, nurture, and choose every single day. Throughout this journey, we have explored powerful lessons on how to cultivate lasting happiness, even in the face of life's difficulties. From shifting your mindset to embracing simplicity, from letting go of the past to finding purpose in the present, happiness is not found in one single action. It is woven into the way you live your life. One of the most important truths about happiness is that it does not come from external circumstances. It is not found in wealth, success, relationships, or achievements. These things may bring temporary joy, but true and lasting happiness comes from within. It is rooted in how you think, how you perceive the world, and how you choose to respond to life's inevitable challenges. Happiness is not the absence of problems. It is the ability to remain peaceful, resilient, and grateful despite them. To live happily every day, you must learn to be present. Happiness exists in the now, not in the future, not in the past, but in this very moment. Too often, people spend their lives waiting for happiness, waiting for the perfect job, the perfect partner, the perfect situation. But the truth is, life will never be perfect, and if you are always waiting for happiness, you will never truly experience it. Instead, choose to find joy in the present, no matter where you are, no matter what is happening around you. Letting go is another key to happiness. Let go of what you cannot control. Let go of regrets. Let go of toxic relationships. Let go of the fear of change. Let go of the need for external validation. The more you release what weighs you down, the lighter and happier you become. Life is too short to carry burdens that do not serve you. Free yourself from unnecessary suffering, and you will create space for joy, peace, and fulfillment. Another fundamental truth is that happiness thrives in simplicity. The world often tells us that we need more money, more success, more things to be happy. But in reality, happiness is found in less, not more. It is found in the small, everyday moments, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of a loved one, a quiet moment of peace. When you simplify your life, when you focus on what truly matters, happiness becomes effortless. Happiness is a practice. It is not a destination you reach. It is a way of living. Just like you take care of your body by eating well and exercising, you must take care of your happiness by feeding your mind with positivity, gratitude, and self-love. Make it a habit to appreciate the good in your life, to be kind to yourself and others, and to find meaning in the everyday. The more you practice happiness, the more natural it becomes. And so, as you move forward, remember this. Happiness is a choice. It is a choice to be present, a choice to be grateful, a choice to embrace change, a choice to let go of what no longer serves you, a choice to create a life that aligns with your values and brings you joy. No matter what life throws your way, you always have the power to choose happiness. Not someday, not when everything is perfect, but right now, in this moment. Because happiness is not something you wait for, it is something you create every single day. So go out and live fully, love yourself deeply, be present, let go, simplify, find joy in the smallest moments, and most of all, choose happiness, today and always,